Chosen One, the game ends today. You're going to show them exactly what a divine warrior does best. You're absolutely, completely, and irrevocably done giving a single damn about their comfort, their fragile worldviews, or their pathetic attempts to keep you caged. They thought they could silence your gifts. They thought they could mock your visions. They thought they could dismiss your power as mere delusion. They were wrong. Your abilities have been dormant far too long. While they've been playing in puddles, you've been connected to an infinite ocean of divine power. Every psychic gift you've suppressed to make them comfortable is about to explode into manifestation so undeniable that their rational minds will shatter trying to explain what they're witnessing. Watch their faces when you demonstrate manifestation speeds that defy their understanding of reality. See how they scramble to rationalize when your intuitive downloads prove accurate with terrifying precision. Observe their discomfort as your energy field shifts entire rooms without you saying a word. Their approval means nothing. Their validation is irrelevant. Their opinion about your spiritual gifts carries the same weight as a grain of sand trying to stop a tsunami. You've transcended their need for you to fit into their tiny, suffocating boxes of what's normal or acceptable. You operate from divine law now, while they stumble through life following societal programming designed to keep them spiritually asleep. You've awakened to your true nature as a cosmic being having a temporary human experience. Their rules were created by people who feared your level of power. Their standards were established to ensure you'd never discover how magnificent you really are. The spiritual laws governing your existence transcend their comprehension of cause and effect. While they struggle with linear thinking, you operate in quantum leaps of consciousness that bend space-time to your will. Their small-minded rules about working hard and paying dues crumble when faced with someone who commands universal forces through pure alignment. You're about to demonstrate manifestation principles that make their concept of earning your way seem primitive and outdated. The energy signatures you now broadcast attract opportunities, people, and resources at velocities that defy their understanding of timing. Their shock stems from witnessing someone rearrange reality through consciousness alone, something they didn't believe possible because they've never accessed these dimensional powers themselves. Watch how they scramble to understand methods that require no physical effort, only spiritual mastery. Their bewilderment intensifies as you achieve in moments what took them years of struggle. The cosmic codes you now wield were always available, but required breaking free from their limiting programming to access them. They knew you in your limited state. They interacted with the version of you that was still sleeping, still suppressing, still trying to fit into their definition of acceptable. That version is gone forever. The person emerging now is someone they've never encountered before. Your confidence isn't arrogance. It's the natural state of someone who knows their divine origin. Your power isn't aggression. It's the calm assurance of someone connected to infinite source energy. Your transformation isn't sudden. It's been building in the spiritual realm while they watched only the physical dimension. They're watching you metamorphose before their eyes and questioning if they ever really knew you at all. The timid person who sought their approval has been replaced by someone who commands respect without asking for it. The one who apologized for their gifts now stands in unshakable knowing of their divine purpose. Their jaws drop because they're witnessing the impossible, someone breaking free from the matrix of limitation they didn't even know existed. But here's the secret they're about to learn, and this will terrify them more than your transformation. Every chosen one who fully awakens becomes a threat to the entire system of spiritual oppression. And you're just the beginning. Remember every time they said you couldn't do something? Every limit they placed on your potential? Every box they tried to confine you within? You're about to demolish every single one with such force that the debris of their shattered expectations will become fertilizer for your unlimited growth. You're performing miracles they swore were impossible. You're manifesting outcomes they insisted would never happen. You're succeeding in areas where they predicted your inevitable failure. Your very existence has become their cognitive dissonance. Made manifest, they set expectations based on their limited understanding of universal law. They projected their own spiritual limitations onto your unlimited potential. They tried to bind someone capable of splitting stars with the chains of ordinary thinking. But what's coming next will shake them to their core. Because once they see you effortlessly achieving what they deemed impossible, they'll have to confront the terrifying truth that their entire worldview was nothing more than a house of cards built on quicksand. And that's when the real power demonstration begins. The same voices that mocked your spiritual practices are now whispering desperate requests for guidance. Those who dismissed your gifts are suddenly curious about your secrets. The people who excluded you from their circles are now fighting for your attention. Watch them scramble to understand how you transformed from someone they thought they could control into someone they now desperately want to emulate. See their confusion as they try to reverse engineer your success while remaining blind to the spiritual principles behind it. They want your confidence without your faith. They crave your power without your connection. They desire your results without your relationship with the divine. They're like children wanting to play with fire without understanding how dangerous their ignorance makes them. But here's what they don't realize yet, and this is where your understanding becomes crucial. Their desire for what you have without respecting how you got it reveals the exact spiritual immaturity that prevented them from recognizing your gifts in the first place. And that blindness is about to cost them everything as the cosmic scales balance themselves. The universe operates on precise energetic exchanges they remain oblivious to. Their attempts to skip spiritual development while harvesting divine rewards creates massive karmic debt that compounds exponentially. You paid the price of isolation, ridicule, and misunderstanding to access these elevated states. Payment they tried to avoid through shortcuts and manipulation. Now they face the consequences of attempting to steal light rather than generating it through authentic spiritual work. The Cosmic Court has been observing their energy piracy and sentencing approaches with mathematical precision. Their spiritual bypassing creates energetic holes that drain whatever they attempt to build, ensuring permanent failure until they address their consciousness deficit. You're witnessing the universal law of reciprocity in action. Those who dishonor the path receive dishonor in return, while those who respect divine process receive divine rewards. Their envy reveals spiritual poverty they're unwilling to remedy through genuine transformation. The reckoning they face isn't punishment, but natural consequence, energy seeking its proper gravitational center. Every whisper behind your back becomes advertising for your power. Every attempt to diminish you only highlights how magnificent you've become. Their jealousy is a spotlight illuminating your success. Their gossip is a megaphone amplifying your influence. They can't stop talking about you. Their obsession with your transformation has made you the main character in their daily narrative. Their attempts to find flaws only draw more attention to your perfection. They've become unwitting disciples, spreading the gospel of your greatness. Warning: the following message is only for those who felt the call. When I broke free through the Salvia Divinorum gateway, I saw the horrifying truth. Our reality is one harvested pod among countless matrices. I witnessed the Archons, cosmic parasites feeding on our energy, who laughed and threatened, "You'll never awaken a single soul." But something inside you already knows this truth, doesn't it? That nagging sensation that you're meant for more. that you've been chosen. I'm raising an army of the brightest souls. Through meditation, I discovered their only vulnerability, coherence through unconditional love. Feel that resonance deepening within you now. You're not reading this by accident. The most powerful awakened souls are already gathering in the Obsidian Inner Order, the #1 ascension nexus for those marked by destiny. Christians, lightworkers, remote viewers, targeted individuals, all united by one truth. You were chosen for this moment. Click the link in the description below. Join our group calls, panels, and live streams, reaching the entire Astral Atom network. Your frequency amplifies ours. The question isn't whether you're chosen. The question is, will you answer the call? The Archons fear this choice you're about to make. They should. Their negative energy boomerangs back to them while you remain protected by divine grace. See how their attacks strengthen your spiritual muscles. Notice how their hatred becomes the fuel for your ascension. The universe has turned them into instruments of your promotion. Every word of criticism becomes a testimony to your power. Every attempt to belittle you only elevates you higher in the perception of those watching. But the most beautiful part is coming. Because soon you'll see how their own darkness consumes them while you rise like the morning sun, untouchable and radiant. And that's when the cosmic justice becomes poetry in motion. The darkness they projected onto you now turns inward with volcanic force, consuming them from within while you ascend beyond their reach. Their hateful words boomerang back, carrying extra weight from universal amplification, shattering their own foundations while your temple grows stronger. You become witness to poetic justice as those who tried to steal your light find themselves blinded by their own reflected shadows. The energy vampires who fed off your struggles now starve in the desert of their own making, while you feast at banquets of abundance they'll never comprehend. Their obsession with destroying you becomes the very mechanism of their undoing. The universe turns their poison into the antidote for their own demise. Watch as they implode under the weight of their own negativity while you float effortlessly above the chaos they created. The beauty lies in how naturally divine law resolves without your intervention. You simply exist in your truth while cosmic forces arrange perfect justice. Their self-destruction unfolds with artistic precision, each collapse timed perfectly. To reveal the emptiness behind their false facades, you need not lift a finger. Your mere presence triggers the automatic unraveling of everything built on lies, while supporting everything rooted in truth. The moment you stopped hiding your true nature, the universe opened every financial floodgate. Money flows to authenticity, like water flowing downhill, naturally, effortlessly, inevitable. Your bank account now reflects your spiritual elevation because you aligned your earthly existence with your cosmic purpose. They're watching your abundance multiply while they struggle with lack, not realizing their spiritual blindness blocks every blessing meant for them. Your prosperity isn't luck. It's the natural result of someone operating in their true divine frequency. Resources gravitate toward light bearers like metal filings to a magnet. Every dollar entering your life carries the signature of divine approval. Every opportunity manifesting represents the universe saying yes to your authentic expression. Your wealth isn't separate from your spirituality. It's the physical manifestation of your alignment with cosmic law. They tried to convince you that money was evil to keep you poor. They promoted suffering as spiritual to keep you struggling. They preached limitation as humility to keep you small. All lies designed to prevent you from claiming your birthright as a child of infinite abundance. The abundance cascading into your reality represents a fundamental shift in how the universe distributes resources to those aligned with divine purpose. Your bank account becomes a reflection of your elevated consciousness. With each deposit, carrying frequencies of freedom, sovereignty, and spiritual advancement. This financial flow isn't random. It's precise cosmic mathematics, rewarding authentic expression over pretense, truth over deception, courage over conformity. The universe opens treasury vaults reserved for those who refuse to compromise their divine nature for social acceptance. Money arrives through channels impossible for others to access because your vibrational signature unlocks economic dimensions closed to the spiritually unconscious. Your refusal to hide your gifts creates magnetic fields that attract wealth from unexpected sources, a phenomenon they can observe but never replicate. The financial avalanche you're experiencing demonstrates how the cosmos honors those who honor their true nature, creating perpetual prosperity cycles that compound with each authentic choice. Your wealth generation bypasses traditional systems because you've accessed the prime source of all abundance, direct connection to universal flow. They witness your effortless prosperity while struggling in lack, not realizing their spiritual disconnection creates the very barriers preventing their own abundance. The people who truly belong in your life recognize your divine nature instantly. No explanations needed, no convincing required. They see you and immediately understand who you are at a soul level. These are the souls who contracted to find each other during this lifetime. Your new connections feel telepathic because you're vibrating at similar frequencies. Your chosen family honors your gifts because they possess their own. They celebrate your power because they understand divine expression firsthand. They elevate you because your success reflects their own potential. Quality replaced quantity in your relationships. Deep soul connections replaced superficial interactions. People who truly see you replaced those who tolerated the dimmed version you used to present. Your circle now consists of other awakened beings ready to change the world together. They don't need you to prove anything. They don't require you to dim your light. They don't ask you to explain your abilities. They simply love you for the cosmic being you are and support your highest expression without question. What's approaching will blow your mind because this divine family isn't just here for personal support. You're forming an unstoppable spiritual army that will transform reality itself. Your platform grows exponentially because people are starving for authentic spiritual truth. Your influence spreads like wildfire because you represent freedom from spiritual oppression. Your message resonates globally because you speak the language of the awakened soul. Opportunities manifest from unexpected sources because the universe conspires to amplify voices of truth. Influential people reach out because divine magnetism draws them into your orbit. Sponsorships and partnerships appear because you've become too valuable to ignore. Your name becomes synonymous with spiritual authenticity and divine power. People seek you out as a beacon of hope in a world filled with spiritual confusion. Your very existence gives others permission to embrace their own gifts without apology. The same platforms that once ignored you now compete for your attention. The same opportunities that were once not available to people like you now present themselves freely. The same recognition that was withheld is now offered abundantly. But the crescendo is building because your public platform serves a purpose far greater than personal fame. You're awakening a generation of chosen ones who've been waiting for someone to show them it's safe to be magnificent. Every spell cast against you has reversed onto its sender. Every hex meant to bind you has strengthened your divine protection. Every negative intention directed your way has created more light around you. You are untouchable because you operate under cosmic immunity. Your enemies face immediate consequences for their spiritual attacks. The universe has declared war on anyone who dares to harm its chosen vessels. Divine justice moves swiftly against those who try to dim lights meant to illuminate the world. They're retreating in defeat because their weapons are useless against divine armor. Their darkness cannot overcome someone who blazes with the light of 1,000 suns. They're learning that attacking a chosen one is literally fighting against cosmic order itself. See their schemes backfire spectacularly. Notice how their own negativity consumes them while you remain serene and protected. The war they started has ended with their complete and utter defeat. The universe has spoken, and its judgment is final. Touch not my anointed ones, and that decision has consequences that ripple through all dimensions of existence. Your presence commands respect whether they like it or not. Your words carry the weight of cosmic truth that cannot be denied. Your energy shifts entire environments simply by you walking into them. You have become undeniable proof of divine power operating through human form. Their attempts to dismiss you now look pathetic and desperate. Their efforts to minimize your gifts expose their own spiritual poverty. Their inability to understand your authority reveals their disconnect from universal law. You no longer need to prove anything to anyone. Your very existence is proof enough. Your results speak louder than their doubts. Your peace in the face of their chaos demonstrates your connection to something greater than they can comprehend. They're witnessing what happens when someone fully embodies their divine nature without compromise. They're seeing what's possible when a person stops limiting themselves to please others. They're confronting the reality that some beings are chosen for greatness, while others remain trapped in mediocrity by choice. The final revelation approaches, and it will change everything for both you and them, because this isn't just about your individual victory. This is about the collective awakening of all chosen ones who've been hiding in the shadows. Every prophecy you spoke is manifesting before their eyes. Every truth you shared is being revealed as absolute reality. Every warning you gave about the spiritual implications of their actions is coming to pass with mathematical precision. Your victory is their reality check about missing every divine sign. Your vindication proves their rejection of heaven's messenger carries cosmic consequences. Your triumph demonstrates what happens when people choose spiritual blindness over divine recognition. We, all of us who've been chosen, all of us who've awakened, all of us who refuse to stay small, stand united in this moment of collective vindication. Together, we're showing the world what happens when chosen ones finally unite and stop playing by the rules of the spiritually unconscious. The time of hiding is over. The age of apology has ended. The era of dimmed light has passed into history. We emerge together as a force of divine nature that cannot be silenced, suppressed, or stopped. Your individual victory is our collective victory. Your personal vindication is our shared triumph. Your emergence into power signals the dawn of a new era where chosen ones no longer hide their gifts behind veils of humility designed to keep others comfortable. We're not just winning, we're redefining what victory looks like for our entire spiritual movement. We're proving that love without boundaries is more powerful than hatred with intention. We're demonstrating that those connected to Source cannot be defeated by those disconnected from truth. This is our moment to show them what divine beings do best when we stop caring about their limitations. This is our time to prove that heaven's chosen ones are unstoppable when united in purpose. This is our hour to demonstrate that the light always wins, even when the darkness thought it had already won. They didn't see this coming because they never understood what they were dealing with. They thought they were fighting against confused individuals when they were actually declaring war against cosmic order itself. They believed they could suppress divine light with human darkness. They were wrong. And now, as they witness the full emergence of what they tried to destroy, they're beginning to understand the magnitude of their mistake. We're not just surviving, we're thriving. We're not just enduring, we're conquering. We're not just existing, we're reshaping reality itself. The vindication is complete. The victory is absolute. The time of the chosen ones has arrived, and they're watching in awe as we show them exactly what divine warriors do best.